Andrew Lawson, thanks a lot for joining us. Really interested to hear about your new collection of drum scores, which I think are the scores that come out of the Shotts Dykehead Caledonia concert Rise in 2017. First of all, before we get to that, how are things going in this pandemic time?
Things are going well, yeah. Obviously, it was quite a big change, and not having a competition season for pipe bands was a bit disappointing. But at the same time, if it had to be, we get a bit of a break and can recharge and plan for the future. So
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's been all right.
Well, that's good to hear. And, you know, it's a time of creativity, as we're seeing. There are a lot of collections, a lot of things, new ideas coming out. Tell us a little bit about the ebook, the Rise collection.
Sure. I had the idea quite a while ago, to be honest, of releasing a book of scores from the concert. I've seen other leading drummers do something similar, and I thought it was a good idea, and there may be interest. So, but I was fairly busy, obviously, being a dad, a lead drummer, and working. So I just kind of put it on the back burner, thinking I'll have time to do it. But obviously, this presented time to be able to do it. And yeah, so I put the scores together as an ebook. I was a bit worried of the cost of doing something printing, having no idea how many people would be interested in a book. So I decided to give it a shot as a digital book. And yeah, it ended up a bit harder to put together than I expected. I thought I'd already kind of typeset the scores and just paste them together in a PDF, but it was quite a lot tougher proofreading, editing, and putting a website together so that it was possible to purchase it as well. So, but yeah, finally got around to it, got it all finished. So
Good stuff. And what about the content of the book? Are we looking at scores really for all levels, or is it more geared towards kind of the top level of drummer?
So, I mean, the music is just the scores from the concert, and the concert was quite involved. There's quite a lot of drumming, so there's a lot of scores in the book. I mean, they are all at a grade 1 level, definitely, but as I even say in the introduction to the book, there's no reason at any point of anyone's development in drumming that they can't start looking at it. They could have the collection now, they can work towards it. I know as a young drummer myself, I really looked towards music, harder music. My teacher, Doug Stronach, obviously encouraged it, gave us music, and I played before I ever played in, for instance, Drew Duthart's corps. I was playing music of his, and my teacher, Doug, his teacher, Paul Turner, I was playing music of his as well from a fairly early age. So it really can help your development, I think. So yes, the scores are generally advanced grade 1 kind of scores, but I believe that there's value in trying them at most stages of your development.
And you're taking kind of a novel approach with the payment structure or lack of it, really, where you're kind of saying pay whatever you want. So how do you think that's going to work, and what made you decide to do that?
I had that idea early on when I thought about doing the book, to be honest. I think one of the first thoughts I had was I've not done drumming as a kind of full-time thing, so I wasn't already out there kind of self-promoting and having a big audience. So I figured it was a way of finding more people, basically, to be interested in the book. So some people may not pay for it, but the more people that kind of had the book, it would probably find more people that found value in it and wanted to pay for it. So that was my initial idea. And yeah, I mean, even more so in the time of a pandemic. I know some people probably have it a bit harder than others. I know certain people's jobs aren't running right now. Some people have lost jobs possibly. And I mean, it really is, it's better that the music is out there and people are enjoying it. And for the people that are able to pay or want to pay, hopefully that generates enough that I could potentially do future projects like this as well.
Well, it sounds like a good approach, and let's see what happens. And it's always interesting to
Yeah,
see
it's
people's sense of value.
of course. Yeah, I mean, I think the some people are very interested in paying for music and see a value in it, and I think some people are more used to just kind of sharing freely music and information, and so maybe strike a balance and enough people that value it pay for it that it turns out successful. And it's been
Sure.
a fairly good start, to be completely honest. I don't know for sure how many people have actually taken the book, but there's been a good number of people already paying for the book, so things have started off well.
Well, anyone who enjoyed the concert live or the recordings of it know what kind of quality they're looking at when it comes to the types of
Yeah,
scores that you're putting out.
good to.
Yeah. And we began talking about how things are going during this crazy period, but what's keeping you motivated these days?
I would definitely say during this break, I did, and I think the band definitely took a break. We didn't push on, and early on it was pretty apparent, even before any competitions were cancelled, that there wouldn't be any competitions. So I think, um, I mean, we were very motivated for the season. I think the band finished the previous year well, and we were really up for it, and we had some new personnel in, but if we had to take a break, we've laid back. I think the motivation level within the whole band is still pretty high. We're really interested in getting back together. I'm not sure when that'll be, but we will
Yeah.
see. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's hope it's soon, the spring anyway, that we can hear Shotts Dykehead Caledonia and the rest of the Grade One bands and all bands in the world get back together and
Of course, yes, yeah.
yeah. In the meantime, they've got a lot to work with if they want to access the new collection of drum scores based on the Rise concert of 2017 by Shotts
Yeah,
Dykehead by Andrew Lawson.
absolutely.
So
Yeah,
best of luck
thanks.
with the collection.